Good evening, race fans. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Looks like we're not going to be able to be broadcasting live tonight. Not sure why, but we will get this to you on YouTube as soon as possible. Right now, the drivers are lining up and taking their qualifying laps. You can see the 44 machine, Tanner Ensign, right now. So tonight we've got the Wild West Racing League at Phoenix International Raceway. 90 laps. We're in week 5 of the season. Sponsored tonight by TNR Designs. TNR Designs can take any of your small diecast and paint them, make them whatever it is you need them to be. Look them up. That's TNR Designs. The field continues to go through qualifying. Now, what's interesting about Phoenix is it's only a 1 mile track. Yet 42,000 people can be packed into here. They built the track in 1963, but it was first raced in 1964. And like I said, it's a mile long. It's short track racing, but it's fast racing. That is for sure. And it's not a flat track, but it feels flat, with only 9 degrees of banking and 11 degrees of banking. What these gentlemen are going to have to do tonight is all 4 corners are going to play out into strategy. Obviously, we can't go 90 laps. We're going to have to stop for fuel. We're going to have to stop for tires. We're going to have to stop to make adjustments on these trucks. The drivers that can make the adjustments and keep up with their trucks are the ones that are going to be in the front when we're getting close to the end of this race. Now it looks like we've got some people still qualifying. We've got James Napier listed as first, Logan Gill, then Dakota Henderson in third, fourth is Justin Bell, fifth is Will Moore, sixth is Max Cost, then Houston Galena in the 7th position, 8th is the Chevy of Patrick Wilkinson, 9th is the Ford of Tanner Ensign, 10th is that one fast Chevy of Trey Smith, 11th is the 40 Ford of Brighton Coleman, 12th is the 69 of Stephen Ayers Jr., 13th is Dylan Smith, 14th is Timothy McDonald, followed by Keith Ayers and the 111 machine, the Chevy of Gene Watkinson. Waiting for the field. You can hear the engines firing up, folks. It's going to be an exciting night. 90 miles, 90 laps around Phoenix International Raceway. Folks, if you know short track racing, you know that sometimes tempers get the best of folks. And what we hope for tonight is some good green flag racing. Maybe even a whole 90 laps, green flag racing. But this is not an easy track, especially coming through 3 and 4. Actually 1 and 2 as well. It's just not easy anywhere on the corners here. You need to get on the throttle early in order to keep that momentum. But if you get on the throttle too early, then you get greedy and the back's going to swing out from behind you and you're going to end up in the wall. So the field is lining up. We've got 4 Chevys in the first 4 positions. 5th position is a lone Ford. Some nice looking trucks tonight. Folks, Wild West Racing League is a great place to spend your evenings. And every Sunday is trucks. Different track each week. Whether you like to ride along with the drivers, whether you like to just watch it on TV, on YouTube, or whether it's something that you yearn to do, maybe drive yourself someday. This is a great league to watch. It's a great league to be a part of, and we know that you have so many choices. We thank you so much for being a part of our league tonight and our broadcast. This is the Wild West Racing League, Week 5 at Phoenix International Speedway, brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. As the field begins to roll out of pit lane. So James Napier and Logan Gill will make up the first row. Dakota Henderson and Justin Bell in the second row. Will Moore, Max Cost in the third row. Patrick Wilkinson and Houston Galena in the fourth row, followed by Trey Smith and Tanner Ensign in the fifth row. Brighton Coleman and Stephen Ayers Jr. in the sixth row. Dylan Smith, Timothy McDonald, seventh and eighth row is Keith Ayers and Gene Watkinson. 16 drivers will start this battle. "16 drivers, one goal, victory." And we're getting ready to go. Here we go. And the 77 of James Napier takes the early lead, drops to the bottom. The 29 follows him, drops into second place, Will Moore. The 12's on the outside, followed by the 5 and then the 8 of Justin Bell. The 5 gets a little loose on the inside. 77 remains in the lead, 29 and the 12. 29's on the outside of the 12. Oh, and he gets a little loose. 12 goes underneath him and takes second place. 77 remains smoothly in first place, driving that truck just the way he needs to for a long haul. Look at Logan Gill in second place in that 12 machine, followed by 29 of Will Moore. Look a little farther back, we see Tanner Ensign in fifth place. Goes a little wide through the corner, carrying some speed. Behind him we see Dakota Henderson, and there's a gaggle, just a bunch of cars. Oh, 3 wide right there. Boy, that's going to be tough to do. We don't want to see that. Moving back up towards the front, we see James Napier, Logan Gill, Will Moore, still your front 3. In line, fourth place is Justin Bell. So the first 4 cars are in line. First 3 cars in a row with very little space in between them. This is a track that as it wears in, it's going to get slick. It's going to get tight as the night goes on, but the rear ends are going to want to come loose. Going to have to be constant adjusting on these trucks through the night every time they bring them down pit road. That 77 looks sharp right now. Logan Gill, though, has him right in his sights. Let's look at Logan Gill and see what he's looking at. What a view we've got here. Comes right up on the back of James Napier to the outside, gets a good run coming back down the back stretch into 3. Just great camera angles. TNR Designs, that's a beautiful truck. And our front 3. There's the 12 moving to the outside again, gets a run on the 77. Is it going to be enough? Not quite. He has to back off for the corner, but he has his fender in there. The 12 is just outside of the 77. That 29, Will Moore, watching the battle of first and second. We go back a little bit, look at 6th place. Here's your battle for 6th place. There's a whole bunch of cars. We go up to 5th place. We see Houston Galena by himself in that 106 M12 car, that Toyota. But behind him in 6th place is a gaggle of drivers just trying to do their best to move forward. Up front, though, we have Logan Gill, James Napier in 2nd place, and Will Moore. Look at that. Logan Gill takes the lead. 77 James Napier in 2nd. Will Moore remains in the 3rd position, although he is moving up to the rear of the 77 of James Napier. I wonder if James Napier has used up any of his early tire wear, or maybe he's just trying to cool down some right now. Knows that this is going to be a long run. Watkinson, we're showing, is 5 laps down. Not sure if he's going to make it back into the race or not. But that 12 car of Logan Gill is way up front. There goes the 29 to the outside. The 77 somehow held on to that, but that 29 is looking on the outside and looking strong. James Napier still in 2nd place. The 29 of Will Moore in 3rd. They come side by side into the corner. Side by side down the stretch. Both braking points about the same. What that's allowing Logan Gill to do in the 12 machine is to gain even more distance. That gap now is 1.7 seconds. These guys behind fight, and what that does is just gives everybody else a chance to move up. And we see Dakota Henderson in 6th place, along with Houston Galena right in front of him. Back in 7th position, the field has started to even out, and we see Patrick Stephen Ayers Jr. and Dylan Smith. We're on lap 14 of 90, folks. We're at a position in this race right now where these tires, the drivers are definitely can feel that they don't have the same rubber that they used to have. Looking up front, Logan Gill, Will Moore, James Napier. Will Moore is now past James Napier for 2nd position. You can see the gap now from Logan Gill to Will Moore in second place. Will Moore seems to have a plan. His truck's been smooth, he's driving smooth, but so is the 12 of Logan Gill. As we go back through the field, we see just in line all the drivers. It's a 1 mile track. It's a mile track, but it has so much speed that it's definitely a track where there's racing. You just have to pick your battles. There's not a lot of passing that goes on here. There's a lot of single file racing that goes on. But when there are places to pass in the corner, if you could get under someone, or even on the outside, teardropping your corner can get you speed. We look up at the front here. We see the battle. It's becoming closer and closer. See those two cars battling, the 12 and the 29. That's Chevy and Ford. Two tough machines. Look at that 29 cut off the racetrack. Gain a whole bunch of space on the 12. The 12 has that momentum on the top, coming off the corner though, and keeps the position. Folks, you're watching the Wild West Racing League at Phoenix International Raceway, brought to you by TNR Designs. We're happy you could be here with us tonight. There's the 29 of Will Moore coming down. Oh, he cannot make it happen. The 12 stays up top. Those tires, especially now with 21 laps on them, the top and the corners are kind of your friend. Go back all the way into 7th place. We see Dylan Smith. In the 10th place, we see the 19th truck of Keith Ayers, followed behind by Max Cost, and behind him was Timothy McDonald. Tanner Ensign in that sharp-looking 44 machine, all the way back at 13th place. Trey Smith in that beautiful Fight for Cancer #1 machine has a win and a second place in the last 2 weeks. He should get it together and move towards the front. We expect that. But up front, we still have Logan Gill, followed by the 29 Ford machine of Will Moore. Been some great racing here tonight. We're on lap 24, coming to lap 25 of 90. Just some good, clean racing. Something you don't always see on short tracks. The drivers now are getting a window full of some lap vehicles they're going to have to navigate. The 29 takes it on the inside as he takes the lead. Oh no, can he make it? The 12 on the outside, no. 12 on the outside's got the momentum, is going to continue this drive off. The 12 and the 29 get into it. 29's onto the inside wall. He's okay. No caution comes out. Oh my. What a save by Will Moore. That was incredible. The 12 of Logan Gill and Will Moore got into it. The 29 got down into the inside retaining wall, somehow kept it together with those slick tires, and he's back on track. Don't know if he's got any damage. Don't know if there is damage, what he's got to fix. But it was one heck of a great save. And it looks like he's trying to make up some time here, pushing that machine, trying to catch up to the 12. Wild West Racing League. What an exciting league to be a part of, folks. Each and every week. As they go around, Gene Watkinson, Brighton Coleman in the 40 machine. That Kodak 40 is lapped down. But boy, it's a nice looking truck. That 29 of Will Moore seems to be losing pace now to Logan Gill. You got to wonder if that inside retaining wall hit had anything to do with that. Is his car handling right? Or is it just a matter of tires going away? We're at lap 29, so we would expect to see these cars looking for a reason to come down pit road and fill up them fuel tanks with that Sunoco racing fuel and put 4 fresh Goodyears on. That 12 is definitely loose as he came around that corner. Go back to the middle of the field here. There's Patrick Wilkinson in 8th position. And then back to 10th is Max Cost in the 63 Chevy machine. Last car on the lead lap now is the 40 of Brighton Coleman. I'm sorry, it looks like the number 1 truck right here of Trey Smith is the last vehicle on the lead lap. That's one great driver. I'm surprised to see him all the way back. I don't know if it's his setup. If this track is just not to his liking. I could tell his truck's loose. Maybe when he comes in, he'll get a chance to do some repairs, some adjustments, I mean, and make this truck faster. Go up to the front, we see Logan Gill again. The gap is 1.5 seconds, second place to Will Moore. Just an incredible gap. Here's our battle for 5th place. James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Houston Galena. Well, that wall on the outside sure comes fast, doesn't it? That 5 of Dakota Henderson is really looking at the inside of James Napier if he can get it done. I think that's what he wants, is the inside. Got some good racing all around the racetrack here now. Lap 35. We are 9 laps away from the halfway point in this race. There's the 5 on the inside of the 77. Dakota Henderson takes the spot away from James Napier. That's for 4th position, folks. There's nothing James Napier could do about that. He's just continued to move back. Dakota Henderson's had a fast machine all night, though. It's no wonder he's up front. Go all the way to your front. And you see Logan Gill looking at the bumper of Trey Smith. Trey Smith trying to stay on the lead lap. Does not want to go a lap down. You know he's got to be window driving right now. Mirror driving, I'm sorry. He's seeing that 12 getting closer and closer and closer. Praying that he can either stay out front or that a caution will come out. We're about 5 laps away from the halfway point. And there's nothing Trey Smith could do. The 12 of Logan Gill just went right around him. Boy, he is really hooked up. The 29 of Will Moore has backed off quite a bit. 1.7 seconds now. Well, as things stand, if we were to have a caution, Trey Smith would be the first car lead a lap down and would have the lucky dog and get his lap back. Phoenix is an asphalt track, so these grooves that get put into it from the racing rubber during the race really stick, really hold, and that's what makes these trucks, as the night goes on, become faster and faster. They'll begin to push on the front as the front digs in, but that also allows the rear end to break loose, and when you're loose, you're fast. It's just a matter of controlling it. And we're showing Watkinson out tonight, 37 laps down. So Logan Gill, Will Moore, Austin Bell, Justin Bell, I'm sorry, are your top 3, followed by Dakota Henderson, James Napier, Houston Galena, Dylan Smith, Patrick Wilkinson, Stephen Ayers Jr., Max Cost, Timothy McDonald, Keith Ayers, Tanner Ensign, Trey Smith, Brighton Coleman, and out is Gene Watkinson. He's just throwing down laps in that 12 truck. Look at that. The off-grid apparel 12 Chevrolet of Logan Gill. Putting on a clinic tonight. Nice and smooth. There's more than one lane here. Find the one that works best for your truck. Use it. Moore is in the pits, so we're starting to see the beginning of our green flag pit stops. Let's go back to the 5th place of Houston Galena in the 106 white truck, followed closely by Dylan Smith. Our leader, Logan Gill's coming down into the pits. This should bring the rest of the leaders down. See how many takers we have. So that's kind of shocking. We have a lot of drivers that have decided to stay out. Now, by staying out, they'll have fresher rubber later in the race, should the race stay green. But they may lose some significant amount of time to these cars that have stopped and have fresh rubber. Now, what the 12 has to be careful of is those tires are cold. And he's fast, but those tires are cold. As we saw the 29 just get very loose, Will Moore. So there's our leader right now is James Napier, with Stephen Ayres in second. So James Napier will lead a lap. In that TNR Designs sponsored truck. TNR Designs. For all your die-cast build and paint needs, contact TNR Designs. Logan Gill now is in 5th position after his stop. He's got clean air in front of him. We still have drivers up front that haven't stopped yet. There's a 77 still out on the track, James Napier. And we have a caution. Dylan Smith crashed. See if we can see what happened here. Looks like he just lost it. And then the truck behind him did the same thing. Dylan Smith and Patrick Wilkinson. Wow. Dylan Smith, this is Barry Stevens up in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Hey Barry, how you doing? I got you, man.
Hey Dylan, what happened out there?
Well, we just pit, and I was going low and hugging low because I knew I had a car. I think it was a 44 there, and he ended up drifting way up on the track there, coming out of turn, I don't know, the dog leg there, coming in across the line, and cold tires spun me right out, and tried to just slam it on the brakes and not hit the wall. Give the wall a little bump, and look, and then I saw somebody do the same thing, come sliding right by me.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, man.
Yeah, it's
gosh.
I know with cold tires, it's hard. You're fast, but you're slick at the same time. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm glad I figured out how to get you. This race isn't live. It's going on to YouTube after the race. But I'm glad I got that explanation from you, Dylan. I'm going to move you back down to your team now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Barry.
You bet. So that was Dylan Smith in the 48 machine. Logan Gill now is showing back up at first place. Definitely can make it the rest of the way, especially now with this caution. Now we're showing Will Moore in that 29 machine, that Ford, lining up on the outside. So we've got Logan Gill, Will Moore, then James Napier and Stephen Ayers Jr., then Timothy McDonald with Tanner Ensign, Justin Bell with Dakota Henderson, Houston Galena with Keith Ayers, Max Cost, Dylan Smith, Patrick Wilkinson, Trey Smith, Brighton Coleman, and rounding out the field is Gene Watkinson. Here we go racing, folks. Logan Gill gets the early lead in the 12 machine. The 29 of Will Moore in second. 77 of James Napier is in third position. The 69 of Stephen Ayers is in fourth. Oh, the 69 gets loose, and we're in a caution. We're in a caution. Well, we went almost 40 laps without any cautions brought out. And now, here we are at lap 55. We've had two. So, not exactly sure how we're going to line up just yet, but we're the racing time is Logan Gill in first place, James Napier's in second, third is Will Moore in the Ford machine, followed by fourth position Tanner Ensign in his Ford machine, the 44. Fifth position is the 8 of Justin Bell. Sixth is Dakota Henderson in the 5 Chevy. Seventh is the 106 Toyota of Houston Galena. Eighth is the 19th Ford of Keith Ayers. Ninth is Timothy McDonald. 10th is your roundup Stephen Ayers Jr. So, what you've got to wonder is, with these couple of pit stops, did any of the drivers whose trucks weren't working just right, did they come in and make changes? Did they make changes that would make them faster? Or did they go the wrong way? If you go the wrong way, your truck can be a bear to drive. And we don't want to see that tonight. Not on a 1 mile oval. So we're showing 4 drivers down, at least one lap. With Gene Watkinson in the 111 Chevrolet being out for the night. They're lined up 2 by 2. Pace truck is off. We're getting ready to go racing, folks. Coming into the corner, into the Geico restart zone. And they're off. 12 gets a great jump on the inside, moves to the top. 29 moves to the bottom, trying to take it away from James Napier. And he does on the inside, but not for long. James Napier on the outside has momentum. The 12 of Logan Gill stays in the front. Your first, Logan Gill, James Napier, Will Moore, Justin Bell, and Tanner Ensign rounds out your top 5. Tanner Ensign just got a little bit loose, went up. May have lost a spot, and he does. He goes down to sixth position. But up front is your leader. You can see them fighting it out here for about 5th or 6th position. And that's what you got to do, folks. If you're not in a position to run single file and you need to make some passes, you're going to just have to get in there, elbows out, white knuckles, and try to make those passes. It's not easy. And you don't want to wear out your tires. It's not an easy task to just pass somebody in front of you, even if you're faster than them. We look back, we see the 44 and the 19 almost get into it. That's Tanner Ensign and Keith Ayers. Go up front, we see Logan Gill, followed by James Napier. Gap's only 0.3 of a second. So at the moment, James Napier seems to be holding his own. Now, if you're in the back, there's your last car, Dylan Smith. But your front nine, Timothy McDonald in the 88. In 9th. 10th is Patrick Wilkinson in the 82. Purple machine. Looks like we might have, no. It's hard to pass on the inside. The outside is where all the momentum's at. Stephen Ayers just made the pass though on Patrick Wilkinson. Go up to the front. We see Logan Gill continues to lead James Napier and Will Moore in the 29 machine. A shootout in the desert. 25 laps to go. Don't know if you knew this or not, folks, but the actual name for Phoenix International Raceway, where it sits, is Jimmie Johnson Drive. That's right. Jimmie Johnson of winning fame. 7-time NASCAR champion, Jimmie Johnson. Phoenix International Raceway sits on Jimmie Johnson Drive. Logan Gill has just been putting on a clinic. It seems like when anybody even begins to get close to him, he just shifts it into another gear and moves and gets that distance away that he needs. James Napier's in second in that 77 machine, doing his best in the Advanced Auto Works to catch up. The gap, though, is now 0.7 of a second between first and second. Does anybody have anything for Logan Gill tonight? Absolutely driving this 1 mile track like it's a dirt track. Just slinging that car around but being smooth about it. The 29 of Will Moore in third position seems to have settled down and smoothed out. And behind him is Dakota Henderson in fourth position. Justin Bell in the white Chevy. It rounds out your top five. There's the battle for second place heating up. James Napier in front of him. Will Moore following right behind in third position. Will Moore seems to be in complete control of his machine, and the 77 in front of him the same. Logan Gill is in a whole nother zip code out in front of these two. Just something else. He wants that second place, but that 77's on the outside, and I don't think he's going to be able to take it over. '29 and 77 side by side. 77 gets in the corner first. 29 goes to the outside. 5 moves in to the picture. Dakota Henderson is in fourth position. They better watch out. Second and third are fighting for second place, but Dakota Henderson is going to come in and make this a three-way battle. '77 comes in a little deep. 29 passes on the outside. Will Moore now moves up into second place all by himself. The 5 on the inside of the 77. And he has a nose on the 77. Has the 77 used up his stuff, James Napier? The 5, Dakota Henderson, now is in third position. '77 moves all the way down to the bottom to try to get a run on the 5, but it's not going to be enough. Dakota Henderson has solid third position in his grasp at the moment. Looking up at Logan Gill with a gap of over 2 seconds to second place in Will Moore. Now, if I was Will Moore, I think at this point, the smart move is to not push yourself. The smart move is to watch the times of the drivers who are behind you and try to maintain a gap. At least guarantee yourself a second place finish. Not wear out your machine and not let other trucks come up and vie for position with you. We see the third position of Dakota Henderson. Dakota is 1.3 seconds behind Will Moore. So, if Will Moore can just keep this going, he can walk out of here with a podium. Let's look back in the field at 10th position. That's Max Cost. This is 69 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Ayers Racing Machine. And we have a battle here. Timothy McDonald in the 88, Houston Galena. Trying to get around Houston Galena. Houston Galena has those patches on its bumper. Folks, that's telling the other drivers that this is a rookie. Doesn't mean that he's dangerous, it just means that he's unfamiliar with these drivers and these race courses. Sometimes these rookies can be intimidated, but it doesn't look like Houston Galena has any intimidation being thrown at him. He is throwing that 106 truck wherever he wants to. Look at that move. 88 of Timothy McDonald moves up into 6th position. There's Dakota Henderson up in 3rd. These guys are pushing their machines. Top 3 positions really need to be cognizant of where they're at on the track and who is behind them. Try to bring home a good solid finish for their team and their owner. This is not an easy track to drive, so having a podium here is really saying something. We look at Logan Gill. The gap is 1.4 seconds now to 2nd place in Will Moore. What's interesting is that 12 truck also has rookie stickers across its bumper. But for a rookie, he is putting on a show. Lap after lap, with 5 to go, nobody seems to have anything for him. We go back into the middle of the pack. It's just line by line. All the way back to 8th position, there's a small battle where the 69 of Stephen Ayers is trying to stay ahead of Patrick Wilkinson. But it looks like Patrick Wilkinson passes him on the inside for position. We're seeing good racing all over. 3 to go. There's your 2nd place car, Will Moore. He's trying to chase down the 12 machine of Logan Gill. 2-second lead. 3 laps to go. Coming up on 2 to go. Right down to that yellow line. Letting the momentum carry it up. Then dropping down below. 2 to go, folks. 2 to go. That 12 machine of Logan Gill is doing outstanding. Logan Gill, Will Moore, Dakota Henderson, Justin Bell, James Napier, Timothy McDonald, Houston Galena, Patrick Wilkinson, Stephen Ayers Jr., and 10th it rounds out Max Cost. With 2 to go. Tanner Enson's about to be lapped in the 44 machine. Boy, that's a beautiful, beautiful paint job. And the 12 machine will go around the 44. '44 gets into the wall a little bit. Trucks aren't handling that well. And there we have it. Logan Gill, Will Moore, Dakota Henderson are your top 3 drivers. What a race Logan Gill put on. Folks, Wild West Racing League is such an exciting place to be. This is where you need to be every Sunday night. Every Sunday night. Tonight at Phoenix International Raceway, to just have those 2 cautions right there together, that was great. In 90 laps of racing, man, TNR Designs, got to give them credit. They'll take any of your die cast, make it for you, paint it for you, whatever you need. Look them up. That's TNR Designs. TNR Designs. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is talking to the 3 drivers, Dakota Henderson, Will Moore, and then Logan Gill, as he's showing off to the crowd on the front stretch, burning down some tires there. Wow, just did great. Absolutely amazing race. Folks, this is what I'm talking about. This league, Wild West Racing League, puts a show on every single week. You just don't want to miss it. And we're going to talk to the top three drivers, Logan Gill, Will Moore, and Dakota Henderson, shortly as we wait for them to arrive in the waiting room here in the broadcasting booth. Looking for Dakota Henderson to pop in. We'll see if we can bring him up. Dakota Henderson, this is Barry Stevens in the booth. You got me? Dakota Henderson, Barry Stevens in the booth. You got me? Can't seem to pull up Dakota Henderson. Let's go to our second place finisher, Will Moore. Let's see if we can get Dakota Henderson up here first. No. Dakota Henderson, Barry Stevens in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dakota, tell me about your race tonight.
Man, it was a hard fought one. I feel like I'm proud of that third. I fell back there at the beginning and had a slip up. Then I got caught trapped back there in the back of the top 10 without caution from the green flag cycle. But other than that, I'm proud of it. I'll take it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a hard-fought race, and a podium, whether it be third place, second, or first, you guys all put on a clinic tonight. Just a couple of cautions in the middle there made this a exciting race, a 1 mile track, and you guys just drove like gentlemen, and it was quite amazing. Do you have any point in the race that you thought maybe stood out for you?
I'd say about there on lap one or two when I got loose coming off of, I guess it'd be 1 and 2. And it put me back all the way to, I want to say 13th, 14th. And I had to kind of juke and jive to get back up there, but I'll take it. And that was my standout moment.
Absolutely. No, you did great. Before I let you go, let me just ask you, do you have some people you'd like to give thanks to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank TNR Designs for supporting me, and Team Bumblebee, James and Timmy. They did me solid, gave me a good support system this race, and I'm proud of their finishing positions.
Hey, well, Dakota, you did great tonight. I'm proud of you. You brought that 5 machine around for third position, and we look forward to seeing you next week. What do you think is going to be your goal for next week?
Be honest with you, I do not know if I'll be here next week since I'm going to night shift at work.
Oh, no.
I'm looking forward to being there. So if I show up, my strategy's go for a top 5, just be in a position to capitalize on someone's mistake and just be there at the end.
Absolutely. Okay, great. I'm going to move you back down to the waiting room. You can leave from there. But it was great talking to you. Thank you so much.
All right, man. You have a good one.
You bet. Will Moore, Barry Stevens in the broadcasting booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
How you doing tonight? How'd your race go?
Well, I feel like it could have been one spot better. Definitely feel like I was faster than the 12. I just could never get around them. I feel like I just was better if I could have got on the outside, but just could never get back in the throttle quick enough when I would get underneath of them. But I definitely had a fast truck.
Yeah, we saw you throughout the night several times move up and challenge either for the lead or for second position. There were a few times there, looked like you got into the retaining wall. not sure if that caused you any damage that you had to fix later on in the race. It didn't look like it slowed you down any.
I mean, I got into the 12 because I just got tight and pushed up into him, and I hit the wall there. I got a little bit of wheel damage, but I was still able to keep up, and he caught back up to him a little bit before the pit stop.
Sure.
And I messed up on the exiting the pits. I thought I was at 45. I was at 40. So if I'd have done that, I feel like I would have beat him out and then been able to get clean air and get away. But he just, once he got to the lead, he did everything right to where nobody could pass him. So even though I feel like I had the fastest truck, he definitely put everything together to get a good win.
That 12 Chevy of Logan Gill definitely put on a clinic tonight. That was that's for sure. Well, before I let you go, Will, do you have any people you'd like to give a shout out to?
My teammate Keith, he helps me with setups every week. Runs on the test stuff for me that I think might work. And just everybody that puts on this league, and you guys for streaming it.
Well, I sure appreciate it. Just want to let you know tonight's race did not go live, but it did get recorded for broadcast on YouTube, and as soon as we're done with the interviews, I will start the process to get it over onto YouTube.
Sweet.
Okay, well, I thank you for your time tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And I'm going to move you back down to the waiting room, and we'll talk to our victor, Logan Gill. Thanks for your time, Will.
Yeah, have a good night.
Logan Gill in the 12 machine. You got me. This is Barry Stevens in the booth.
How's it going, man?
How you doing?
Oh man, that was stressful at the end right there, man. Not gonna lie to you, man. Them cars behind me. I know Will had a faster truck on a longer run, and I was waiting to see if he could get around them. He just didn't get around them early enough, and I had a really fast truck all night.
You had a truck that was putting on a clinic. I just kept saying it. That 12 truck is just smooth, and you were hitting your lines each and every time, lap after lap, and that's kind of what you have to do to win a 1 mile track. Is stay clean, stay out front. Of course, is the best place to be in that clean air, and you were able to do all that. What was maybe one point during the race that maybe had you worried?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if you're, looking at me with maybe 5 or 6 laps to go, and I don't know what I was doing. Kind of overdrove it into turn 1 and 2, and kind of hit the wall. And at that point, I was a little worried, but after that, those last couple laps, I hit my marks every lap.
You certainly did. Do you have anybody, before we let you go, do you have anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Shout out to you guys, or you just streaming this race, man. Shout out to everyone in this league, man. It was really clean, Shout out my buddy Justin Bell. He had an all right race. Yeah.
It was a great race, and you should be proud. Of course, a victory is always a great thing, but more so than that, you guys were all clean. It was just a great all-around race, and I'd like to thank you personally and Wild West Racing League for all that you did here tonight at Phoenix International Raceway. With that, are you ready for next week?
Indeed, I am.
Well, great. I'll broadcast you guys, and I look forward to seeing you there. Congratulations again on your victory, and we'll let you go celebrate.
10-4. Thank you, man.
You bet. Bye-bye. So, folks, that'll do it here tonight at Phoenix International Raceway with Wild West Racing League. We did 90 laps here on the week 5 of the TNR Designs. TNR Designs is who sponsored tonight. They can take all your die-cast, build them, and paint them to whatever you need. So look them up. That's TNR Designs. T&R Designs. That'll do it for our Fearless Broadcasting. We thank you from Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. Once again, we know you had a choice on what you could watch, and we thank you for watching Wild West Racing League, and we thank you for tuning in to the Fearless Broadcasting Network. Have a great evening, and we will talk to you again next week. Good night.